You're watching a segment of The Splash, Greater West Bloomfield's news magazine show.
This week, I'm joined by Chief Greg Flynn from the West Bloomfield Fire Department. How are you today, Greg Flynn?
I'm doing well. Good to be with you, Maddie.
Yes, nice to see you. So as we are hopefully approaching some colder weather, will you tell us a little bit about what we should be keeping in mind to keep our home safe?
Well, by all means, as that fall weather comes in, the furnaces are going to be kicking on, and many of them haven't been running for some time now. So remember, there's going to be a little bit of a startup with that, as there might be some dust on the blowers or where the igniters are going to hit, and so often there can be a little bit of a burning smell. So we just give that a little bit of time and see if that blows off. Obviously, follow up with your heating and cooling person to make sure things are running and operating correctly. But that's probably one of the most common things that we'll get is people will start to turn their furnace on, they'll smell an odor, they'll give us a call and we come over, and by the time we get there, the smell is dissipated because that dust has burned off from them. So that's one thing to keep in mind as you move into the colder months. And we always want to remind people to clean out their dryer vents. All that lint starts to build up in there, and that's a common spot for fires to start in the laundry room, Maddie, is in that dryer vent.
And you guys obviously had a very successful open house the other week. Will you tell us a little bit about the other events that the fire department has coming up?
Well, all through October, you're going to see your firefighters here in West Bloomfield wearing looks like their typical blue duty T-shirt, but all of the scripting, all the tracing of the logo and the writing is in pink, and we do that in recognition and awareness of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So you'll see them in those pink shirts throughout October. And we're also partnering with the West Bloomfield Optimist Club for an exciting thing, one of the first times we've ever done this. And we're working with a group out of Metro Detroit called Free Bikes for Kids. And we're collecting bikes through, I think it's October 17th. I think that's a Saturday, where you can drop off gently used bikes or used bikes, if you will, here at Fire Station 5 at 5425 West Maple Road. We're right on Maple between Orchard and Middle Belt. Drop off a bike during normal business hours, and Free Bikes for Kids is going to go ahead, clean those bikes up, make sure they're safe, and they're going to pair up kids with bikes so that they can enjoy being outside and enjoying just the great things that Michigan has to offer.
And then you guys did a drive-through flu shot vaccination clinic the other week, but now you guys are doing the booster shot for the COVID-19 vaccine. Will you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, I really want to express my gratitude to the residents of West Bloomfield and really the residents of Oakland County. You know, we're looking at our 65 and over age group being fully, about 83% roughly of that age group being fully vaccinated. When we look at our over 16 age group, nearly 70% of that group is fully vaccinated. And that's really what's going to help us continue on that trajectory of reducing the number of COVID-19 symptomatic cases. Remember, Maddie, nobody has said, if you were to go back to, what would it be, February or March of 2020, when we first started kind of talking about COVID, and we talked about vaccines and whether or not they'd have one. The conversation has always been that vaccines help to reduce the symptoms and reduce hospitalization. It's never 100% you're not going to get sick. So this is really good news that we have so many people compliant with that vaccination request for those that can and that are willing. But this booster opportunity that's coming October 20th here in the township at Fire Station number 1, right in front of the high school, is an opportunity as they research and learn more about COVID. That this booster is just going to help improve the immunity, the effectiveness, the efficacy of that vaccine. So not everybody has to get one, but if you are at higher risk, they are recommending that you get one. I'm signed up for that clinic on the 20th. As we encourage many of our first responders to take advantage of that as well. But there are walk-ups available that date as well. So keep it in mind if you're interested in a booster here right in West Bloomfield.
Well, some very important and exciting events coming up. Thank you so much for sharing, Chief Flynn.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching this segment of The Splash. To watch the entire show or other segments, catch us on Comcast Channel 15 and AT&T Channel 99. Or look us up online at thesplash.tv and listen to us every week on 89.3 WBLD, the all-new Lakes FM.